Jim Rohn said, success is what you attract by the person you become. How do you become? You become by designing the exact person you want to be and becoming that person right now. You see, I find most people believe that success is by accident or by luck. I believe that success is by design. Hi, I'm Alfonso Quadra, entrepreneur, author, speaker, and creator and host of this program. You see, I went from being a 15-year-old, war-torn high school dropout to running a successful corporation by 20 years old. But what happened? Did the world change? Did people change? No. I discovered that for things to change, I had to change. I sat down at 17 years old and I made a list of goals and designed the exact life I wanted to live. I achieved everything on that list by 20 years old. Success is not by accident, it is by design. Welcome to the Success by Design show, where we bring you the stories and formulas of successful people that have designed their own success. And I hope you enjoy this episode. And I'm here with Angela Sutcliffe, business coach, and today we're going to be talking about business strategies, right?
We are.
So first of all, thank you for being on this program today.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Now, I want to ask you one question. In this economy, you know, people are talking about, you know, the recession and, you know, what does it take for someone to really design a business strategy?
I think the main thing it takes is don't listen to in this economy.
That's true. Yes.
Because when you look back, you think about, you know, where was the big crash in the 20s?
Yes.
Chrysler, GM, huge companies.
Yes.
Kept going. Companies that are large now started out. So if you think that it's about the economic situation, it's not. You said it into your introduction. It's about you.
Yes.
It's not about anything else. It's about your belief. It's about your vision. And, you know, sometimes a bad economy is a good thing. First of all, it knocks out your competition. Mm-hmm. Second of all, it makes you really hungry.
Yes, yes. Well, a lot of companies have been built during recessions.
Absolutely.
Now, do you find there's this stigma? Is there a problem why people can't get past the $100,000 barrier?
There's a huge problem. Mm-hmm. A huge problem with a short journey. Yeah. The journey is 5 inches long. It's from here to here. Because you can't get over that barrier until you change your thinking. Yeah. You see, Alfonso, a lot of businesses start with people that love what they do. They're passionate about what they do. They take courses, they read, they do everything to be better at what they do, and they get so good. They develop the I really like doing this muscle so much that the part that's going to get them to the next level is underdeveloped. Yeah. The part they don't really like to do, the sales, the marketing, the work where people don't pat you on the back and say, oh, I just loved that sales call, you were brilliant.
Yes, yes.
Because we want to get that feel good all the time. So those are businesses that I call ego-driven businesses. They're run by people who, by and large, they love what they do. They'll only do the parts they love. And they ignore the rest of what it takes to run a six-figure business.
Now, if, you know, why is it 100,000? Is it it's because there's so many. I mean, T.R. Eckert talks about your financial thermostat, right? Is that a business financial thermostat that people pretty much reach about 100,000 and they just become comfortable?
I don't think so. I think it's that thing that at $100,000, you have to have systems in place. You have to really understand your market. You have to know your market trends. You have to say, if I'm going to make more money doing what I'm doing, what do I need to change? Do I need to steal market share? Do I need to grow? Do I need to change my offerings? And if I do all this, who in my organization is going to manage that? So not only is it a different way of thinking, of seeing that you're now running an organization, you have to have really good systems in place. And a lot of people don't like the word systems because the other side of a systems is accountability.
Now, do you think it's partly because of the six-hat syndrome, where a lot of business owners, they tend to be doing everything up to a certain mark, and then all of a sudden now they have to relinquish some of the hats?
Years ago, somebody came to me and I was doing a workshop and I talked about goals. And I explained how if you set a goal of 10% growth, what the implications were in terms of the money you had to invest in terms of the people that you had to get involved, in terms of the changes you had to make. And he said, you know, I worked for Nortel for years, and every year my manager came and said, what's your goal? So I pulled a number out of the hat and said, here's my goal. He said, this is the first time I ever understood what goal meant. Well, it's exactly the same thing. We hear people all the time and they say, you should be working on your business, not in your business. Well, duh, we all know that.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
a business can only grow as fast as the owner can run. So it's all very well to say 6 hats, and here's what you should be changing, and here's what you should be doing. But then to me, the question hangs, so what am I supposed to be doing? So I always say by the time you want to go over that 6-figure barrier, you're really writing yourself in your job description.
Can you offer, like, people out there right now with a business 3 tips that they can take home with them?
Absolutely. The first tip is write down everything you don't like doing.
Right, okay.
And start doing it.
Okay. Eat the frog first?
Eat the frog first, absolutely.
Okay.
The second tip is don't be married to what you do. What you do, sorry to tell you this, anyone can do.
Yes.
We all have our own personal flavor, but hello, you're not the only person in the world that does it. Be married to a system that delivers consistency into as large an audience as you can reach. That's what a 6-figure business owner looks for, is consistent deliverables to reach more people than just me on my own can reach.
Wow.
And the third is get your ego out of the way.
Yes. Get out of your own way.
Get out of your own way, because if you're running by how great I am, something that you have to remember is that you're not replaceable. So you're always going to be running an I am business.
Wow. I think we've learned a lot today.
Thank you.
What is a quote that you live by? What is something that, you know, it just resonates with you and that people can take and run with it right now?
I can hear all my clients rolling on the ground laughing right now because they know they're going to hear out of my mouth, pull up your big girl panties and deal with it.
And that quote, is that your quote?
No, it's not. In fact, one of my clients gave me a sign with it on because she heard me say it so many times.
Okay. Now, you know, a lot of people, you know, they're listening, so they're watching, and, you know, what's the last piece of advice you could offer them?
I think the best last piece of advice I would honestly have to say, and it sounds as if I'm blowing my own horn, but I'm in a way I'm saying get professional help.
Okay.
It got me through my first business because I didn't know this stuff. I didn't know what I was supposed to know. I just knew that I was supposed to do something differently. So get the help of professionals. We know the path, and a good professional has the track record.
Angela, I want to thank you for coming on the program today, and I hope to see you again in the future.
Alfonso, thank you very much. It would be a pleasure.
Stick around. We'll be back with more Success by Design Show.